Hello everyone, thank you for coming back to another Tony Montana video. We are going to be talking about aggression. Aggression in dogs, how to interpret, how to read them, how to understand them, and not to be misled by aggressive dogs or aggressive puppies. We are going to talk about different types of aggressions so that you can understand it when you see it in your dogs, or when you see it outside you might encounter strange dogs that seem aggressive, and this may save your life or may be able to help you interpret it. Okay, interpret that behavior. To be clear, so we can understand that you guys, most of you will probably understand that aggression does not mean they're game. Does not mean that the American People Terrier is game just because it acts aggressive. It doesn't mean that it will attack the other dog naturally. Let's give you the first example, because this is just something I'm translating from Spanish, so I'm trying to make sure I capture all the points that I made in the Spanish video. I mentioned about this video is very popular. There's more than one video where you see two dogs acting aggressive towards each other in between a fence. So one dog is inside the house, inside the property, and the other one's outside. They're divided by a fence, and they might be going a little bit like this by barking and acting a fool, showing teeth. And the moment they open the gate and they are free to do whatever they want, they act civil. They stop being barking and start showing this aggression, or apparent aggression, because again, anything that we as humans do not understand, that shows teeth, that makes sounds, are mostly more than likely automatically assumed as being an aggressive action or aggressive behavior. I mean, they may not be anywhere close to being or acting or trying to act aggressive. This particular, you saw a little bit of it here now. They were just playing. The one on the bottom, Bossman, he feels he's the alpha of the puppies. So a lot of times he might not allow the other dog. This is another male. He's bigger now. Before I used to say he used to be my big boy, but now this one is freaking a whale. This one slowed down on his growth, and this one just jumped. Now he's like super. I think he's gonna be big boy. This one now, and his snout is a lot longer than this one. But anyway, when I was making the Spanish video, this one was next to me, and this one was trying to get next to me, and this one would not allow him, just by the look, just by the stare, and he didn't have to act aggressive for the other dog to get the gist. A lot of times, true aggression, it's silent. Might be just a look, a stare, might be enough for the other dog to know, oh, this dog is not playing. He wants me not to come close, and things of that nature. So that is a part of a type of aggression. It's a kind of like a fake behavioral, habitual action, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the dog is actually trying to attack the other animal. Could be anything else. Now you have also fear aggression. It's the aggression where the dog is actually fearful of whatever's happening, the person in front of them or the animal in front of them. Could be anything. It could be a dog, or it could be anything else, and the dog is reacting aggressive, but because it's afraid. It's truly afraid, and it's being aggressive to hopefully save its life, according to the animal, save its life or save it from being harmed. So they might just act tough, really tough. Now just this fear aggression can be two kinds. Could be the type of aggression that the fear that if you do get close enough, they will bite you. And there is a fear aggression that just acts as if they're afraid, aggressive, and they don't want you to get close. But if push comes to shove, that dog that is acting a fool will not attack. Will just leave it as is, or might just start when you touch it. It might start wailing, "Arr, arr, arr, arr," even though you're not doing anything. And again, it's all because the dog is trying to not get harmed. So it's like, okay, I didn't act aggressive because I didn't act upon my aggression because that's not who I am. But I'm going to act like I'm in pain. So hopefully you'll let me be, you'll leave me alone. So those dogs will start howling, "Arr, arr, arr," even though you're not doing anything. Maybe this is a rescue person that now slipped the rope on the car on the neck, and now got him. So the dog may be jumping around. You might see that in other videos. You might see this in the Discovery Channel, the video shows that are regarding rescue animals, rescue dogs. That they you might see that type of aggression in those videos, in those shows, because the dogs don't know the person, so they might be that type of aggressive. Now you have, like I said, the aggression that will bite you because it's like, okay, I gave you a warning. Like, I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I want you to stay at a certain distance, or I'm going to bite you. And they do, and they bite you if you violate, if you cross that invisible line, border that the dog has given you. The dog could be also an aggression towards, defending puppies. That'd be protective aggression. And again, none of these type of aggressions really mean that the dog is a game dog. The meaning, when I say a game dog, meaning they will be there until the last inch of strength that they have. They might, that's completely different. A dog that I've had dogs, for example, that do not show any aggression towards the animal that's coming to them. But from experience, I knew that the dog was just waiting for the other animal to get close enough that it can pounce and grab it and not let go, obviously. So sometimes I've had to deal with individuals walking their dogs, and they see my dog, and this is in the past, quiet. I say quiet. He's the other one protesting. They see the other dog. They see my dog. These people. They think, oh, look, he looks friendly. Look, he's waving his tail. He's friendly. And like, no, lady, no person. My dog is not friendly. Even he's just being quiet, waiting for that your dog to get close enough. No, I think you're. Oh my god! And I told you, lady, you should have. And then obviously that's the reason. One of the reasons why I always carry braking sticks. Because people say, oh, the dog just, out of nowhere, he turned, he was cool and he just turned on me. He turned on my dog. He was friendly and then he just turned. These people they just turned out of the blue. And I'm like, no, lady, you just didn't read the signs. You didn't understand what I was telling you. And you thought you knew better. Because a lot of times, a lot of people assume that, these dogs are like humans, and they're not. And I'm going to give you some examples. People that, don't go by what the dog is. Just because the dog is barking doesn't mean that he's being aggressive. And just because he's acting probably, a certain stand and bark, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean that he's just being alert and he's just being talkative. It could be that he's fearful. It could be that he's truly aggressive. And some of when you're evaluating what type of how he's feeling, how the dog is feeling, you also have to look at the rest of the body. How is the body positioned? A body that's barking and is sideways from the other side, let's call it the target. If the dog is sideways and is just turning his head and barking that way, that is not aggression. That is more of a hey, I stay away. I'm afraid, but I don't mean you any harm. because the sideways movement, and this, you could do this as a person if you ever encounter a truly aggressive dog or a dog that you're trying to calm. Set yourself never put yourself face to face, or like frontal. Never show your frontal. Go sideways. Come at the dog sideways, and never forward. Try probably zigzag close to the dog sideways, not showing your full frontal side, because that frontal side and you going forward, that is an aggressive feeling for an animal, for a dog. So you sideways is less aggressive, less, it's pretty much showing, hey, I am not trying, I'm not looking for any aggression between us. That is a way of, if you had to get into close to a dog that seems aggressive and you want to get close to it, that is one way, or you can try to do it. It's sideways, come sideways, and if you're introducing, never your hand above the head, because above the head might seem like a hit, like this might look like a hit, but this way, fingers closed, underneath it is less. How would I say, less aggressive. It has a least amount of feeling of aggression from us to the animal. Now, when we're looking at a dog that's barking at us, whoa, 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 and look at the body. Look how the back, the hairs are. Look at the tail. A dog that, for example, a dog that is barking and has the tail down, has the tail is below, parallel to the floor, and the back of the dog being the parallel, obviously, of the floor. If it's under, that might definitely indicates that it's not truly being aggressive. It's being, depending how low, it could be a little bit lower than the parallel to the floor, and that means that it's uncertain, but it's not being aggressive, but it's not being fearful either. Now, if the tail is really low or tucked between the tails and the dog is aggressive, showing teeth and barking and snapping, that is showing you a dog that is fearful. The dog is fearful, and the dog may bite you. Depending on the type of depending on the type of dog that it is, it may bite you. That is the likelihood that the dog will bite you, or will be the one that when you put the rope on top of it, like if you got them, they'll start screaming, how that. But the tail is a great indicator of how the dog is feeling at the moment. A tail being parallel to the floor, like, pretty much, I say like this, that would indicate that the dog is assimilating what's going on. It is not. It's not either aggressive or fearful. It is assimilating the situation, but it's not being aggressive. Like I said, it could turn aggressive pretty quickly depending on what happens next. Like if you startle it, it might all of a sudden the tail might go all the way down and aggressive that way, or all the way up and aggressive that way, or it may stay neutral because it didn't startle the dog enough for them to react. Now, does that mean a dog that is aggressive, does that mean a dog will be a fighting dog? No, of course not. And obviously, we don't condone any of that, but we're talking about this personality of the American Pit Bull Terrier, and how to understand without fighting the dog what the dog would do. And then I repeat, what the dog would do if it came into a situation where another dog attacked it. We're not condoning people fighting here. We're not condoning any type of illegal activity. We are just talking about temperament, personalities, dogs, and because I own American Pit Bull Terriers, I give them as an example. I could have all the type of dogs, Malinois, and I'll still be able to talk about it because Malinois also is a working type dog and has a level of dog aggression, and obviously human aggression, because they use it for protection. But I am here just to educate, feel free to make a comment. Obviously, do like the video if you do like it, and let's talk in the next video. This is Tony Montana, thanking you for watching my video. Bye.